Good morning, students. Today we will discuss once again Haber process with flow chart. Haber process used for the preparation of ammonia. How will prepare the ammonia? Here I am taking nitrogen, 3 moles of hydrogen. Okay, 700 Kelvin temperature. Okay, 700 Kelvin temperature, 200 bar pressure, 200 atmosphere pressure, 200 into 10 to the power of 5 Pascal pressure or 20 megapascal pressure. Okay, in presence of iron oxide, potassium oxide and aluminum trioxide as a catalyst and molybdenum as a promoter. What will get here? Okay, we'll get ammonia. Okay, along with ammonia, merely here delta HF. Okay, here minus 46.1 kilojoules per mole energy was released. This is exothermic reaction. Okay, here flow chart. Flow chart means how we are preparing the ammonia by using by using different machineries, or how we are preparing the ammonia industrially. Okay, for bulk purpose. Here we have the some flow chart. We have the one flow chart. Okay, here from this two inlet. This is the inlet. Here also inlet. Two inlets are there. From these two inlets, we pass the dry hydrogen gas and nitrogen gas in 1:3 ratio. Okay, 1 mole of nitrogen, 3 moles of hydrogen passed through inlet. This will be moved into compressor. Compressor means here there is no pressure in our inlet. Okay, when we are passing these two gases into compressor, then we are applying the pressure. We are applying the pressure here. Okay, how much pressure we use? 20 megapascal or 200 bar atmosphere. 200 bar or 200 atmosphere pressure. 200 into 10 to the power of 5 Pascal pressure. Okay, here after compressing of these two gases, this will be moved into catalyst zone. Okay, here we have the catalyst. Already yesterday, we discussed about the catalyst. Okay, here we use iron oxide, potassium oxide, and here aluminum trioxide at 700 Kelvin temperature. That means nitrogen, hydrogen, both are reacts with each other. Here at 700 degrees centigrade temperature, at 200 atmosphere pressure at 20 megapascal. Then we'll get here ammonia. This ammonia gas transferred into the container. It contains, this is the container or collector. Okay, it contains liquid ammonia. And here we have pump. Okay, here we have pump. If extra nitrogen or hydrogen gas will be there, that will be moved into pump, and this will be moved into the same liquid ammonia or unreactive nitrogen and hydrogen. Here nitrogen and hydrogen gas moved from this catalyst zone to container. Some amount of nitrogen and unreactive nitrogen and unreactive hydrogen will be there in that container. That will be moved into pump. Again it will be moved into compressor, and compressor into the catalyst zone to liquid ammonia. This we call as here flow chart of ammonia, Haber process. Flow chart of Haber process. This is our 2 marks question. They may ask draw the flow chart. Draw the flow chart for the preparation of ammonia by using Haber process. Yesterday we discussed some chemical properties. Ammonia completely dissolved in water and form ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium ions and ammonium ions and hydroxide ions, or ammonium hydroxide. Here ammonia is a gas. Sometimes it may be exist in solid state, it may be exist in liquid state. The boiling point of ammonia, the boiling point and melting points of ammonia is 199 Kelvin temperature and 239 Kelvin temperature. 239 Kelvin temperature. Here we'll discuss some properties of ammonia. properties of ammonia. Yesterday we discussed ammonia is use base. Okay, it easily reacts with the acids and form the salts. Yesterday we discussed the topic. Okay, here ammonia means ammonium hydroxide form. Ammonium hydroxide reacts with zinc sulfate. Ammonium hydroxide reacts with zinc sulfate. Zinc sulfate, what happens here? What happens? Both are in aqueous form. Ammonium hydroxide aqueous form and zinc sulfate also aqueous form. What happens? Here we'll get ammonium sulfate. Here you take 2 moles ammonium sulfate along with that white color precipitate zinc hydroxide. White color PPT, zinc hydroxide. This is the one chemical property, reaction with zinc sulfate and reaction with ferrous sulfate. Reaction with ferrous sulfate. Okay, what compound was formed? Ammonium hydroxide reacts with ferric sulfate. Here I am taking ferric sulfate. Okay, reacts with ferric sulfate and what happened? Okay, here 2 moles, take 2 moles. Here we get the ferric oxide along with the X moles of water. Okay, actually here ferric hydroxide was formed. Ferric hydroxide easily lose the water and form the ferric oxide. The Fe2O3 we called as ferric oxide. This is the brown color precipitate. Brown color precipitate was formed here. Okay, these are the important reactions of ammonia, and it is also used for the detection of metal ions. Okay, which metal ions? It is used for the detection of Cu+2 and it is also used for the detection of Ag+. Ammonia used for the detection of Cu+2 ion and Ag+ ion. What happened here? When ammonium hydroxide reacts with copper plus 2, what happens here? Okay, what happens here? Here we'll get the copper amine complex. Okay, copper amine complex. This is the copper amine complex. Copper amine complex or diamine copper cuprate complex. Diamine copper complex. Okay, it is a deep blue color complex. Deep blue color complex. Okay, here formation of the deep blue color complex indicates presence of Cu+2 ions. For example, one more is there. Ag+ reacts with the Cl- and form the AgCl, white color precipitate. Okay, here this AgCl reacts with ammonium hydroxide. And what happened here? Okay, here we'll get the silver ammonium chloride, diammonium argentinum chloride, diammonium argentinum 1 chloride. The name of this molecule is diammonium or diamine. Ag means argentinum. Okay, argentinum 1. Oxidation number of Ag is 1. Here -1 is there, here +1. Okay, here ammonia is neutral ligand, chloride. This is the name. It is a white color precipitate. White color PPT. The formation of white color PPT indicates presence of Ag+ ion. Formation of deep blue color complex with the ammonium or ammonium hydroxide solution. Ammonium hydroxide solution indicates presence of Cu+2 ion. That means here ammonia solution used for the identification of Cu+2 ions and Cl- ions. And what are the uses of ammonia? Liquid ammonia used as a refrigerant, and it is also used for the preparation of these so many fertilizers. Okay, it is a good inorganic reagent. Okay, it is pungent order molecule. It is prepared for the Tollens reagent. What is the meaning of Tollens reagent? Ammonical silver nitrate solution. Okay, ammonical silver nitrate solution we called as Tollens reagent. How we prepare the ammonical silver nitrate solution or Tollens reagent? First, we'll take the silver nitrate, add sodium hydroxide, form ash colored silver hydroxide precipitate. This can be dissolved in okay, ammonia or ammonium hydroxide solution and forms ammonical silver nitrate solution. The ammonical silver nitrate solution we call as Tollens reagent. This Tollens reagent is used for the identification or distinguishing of aldehyde from ketones. It is used for identification of aldehyde from ketones, and here glucose from fructose. Okay, glucose gives positive test with the Tollens reagent, aldehydes gives positive test with the Tollens reagent, but not the fructose, but not the ketones, but not the fructose and but not the ketones. Okay, that are the properties. Those are the properties of ammonia. Then in continuation, we'll see the structure of ammonia. Structure of ammonia. Okay, in ammonia, okay, when we see the ammonia, it has three bond pairs and one lone pair on nitrogen atom. Due to repulsive forces between bond pair and lone pair, the bond angle, compared to the actual bond angle, it has less bond angle due to these repulsive forces. Okay, between bond pairs and lone pairs. Okay, what is the hybridization of nitrogen in ammonia? Nitrogen electronic configuration. Outermost, I am writing nitrogen 7 outermost electronic configuration. Outermost electronic configuration means 2s2, 2p3. Okay, write in orbital form. 2s2, 2p3. Okay, one here, one here, one here. How many bonds are there here? 3 bonds. Okay, this forms hydrogen with this form one more bond with hydrogen. This forms one more hydrogen with bond. This is the lone pair. These 3 are bond pairs. Okay, when formation of the ammonia, how many orbitals are involved? 1 s orbital and 3 p orbital. What is the hybridization here? sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization, 1 lone pair. sp3 hybridization, no lone pairs. Okay, here sp3 hybridization, I am writing sp3 hybridization, no lone pairs, tetrahedral structure. sp3 hybridization, 1 lone pair, pyramidal structure. sp3 hybridization, 2 lone pairs, V shape, angular, okay, bond shape, angular shape, V shape, okay, and sp3 hybridization, 3 lone pairs, linear structure. These are the shapes. What is the shape of ammonia? It contains 1 lone pair, so it has pyramidal structure. Okay, here I am writing geometry of ammonia, bond angle of ammonia, bond length of ammonia. Okay, here nitrogen, we have 1 bond pair, lone pair, here 1 hydrogen, here 1 hydrogen, 4 corners. In 4 corners, 3 corners occupy the hydrogen, 1 corner occupy the lone pair of electrons. Here this we called as pyramidal structure. Here bond angle, hydrogen, nitrogen, hydrogen bond angle is 107.5. In some books it mentioned 105 only. Okay, here 101.2 and 101.2 and centimeters. Okay, this is about the bond angle and bond length between nitrogen and hydrogen, and this actual bond angle sp3 hybridized atom compulsory have 109.28 minutes. Due to the repulsive forces between these bond pairs and lone pairs, according to the VS EPR theory. VSEPR theory. What is the VSEPR theory? Valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Okay, due to that based on this valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, bond angle decreases, geometry also changes. This is about the structure of ammonia. This is about the nitrogen oxides, dinitrogen and okay, ammonia, flowchart of chemical properties of ammonia, flowchart of ammonia, structure of ammonia. Okay, in continuation, we'll see the one more important compound of nitrogen, oxyacids. Okay, we'll see in continuation oxyacids. What are the meaning of oxyacids? The acids which are produced by the hydrolysis of oxides. The acids which are produced from their oxides by the hydrolysis we called as oxoacids. For example, nitrogen, yesterday we discussed nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen trioxide we called as anhydride of nitrous acid. That means the hydrolysis of nitrogen trioxide gives nitrous acid. The hydrolysis of nitrogen pentoxide gives nitric acid. That means nitric acid, nitrous acids are the best example for oxoacids. Okay, here I am taking nitrogen oxoacids. In some books it may be mentioned as oxyacids. Okay, nitrogen forms 4 types of oxyacids. In those, the first one is H2N2O2, hyponitrous acid. H2N2O2, hyponitrous acid, HNO we called. Okay, second one HNO2, nitrous acid. HNO2 we call nitrous acid. Third one HNO3, nitric acid. Okay, here fourth one HNO4, pernitric acid. Okay, nitrogen forms 4 types of oxoacids. What are those? One is hyponitrous acid, second one is nitrous acid, third one is nitric acid, fourth one is pernitric acid. Okay, it forms 4 types of acid. Most popular oxoacid of nitrogen is nitric acid. It is a laboratory reagent, and so many nitro compound, organic nitro compound were prepared by using this nitric acid. Formula of nitric acid is HNO3. Okay, the important property of nitrogen. Okay, it convert normal proteins into xanthoproteins. For example, when we touch the nitric acid with our hands, okay, our hands colorless. When we touch nitric acid, these hands become yellow color. That means colorless skin proteins convert into xanthoproteins. What happened? What is the reaction involved when we touch the nitric acid? Okay, skin proteins converts into xanthoproteins. This is the important property. Okay, we have different glacial nitric acid is there. Okay, glacial acetic acid, like fuming nitric acid is there. Different nitric acids are there. We'll see in continuation those nitric acids along with the preparation of nitric acid. Okay, first we'll see the preparation of nitric acid. Nitric acid prepared by using 2 methods. One is Ostwald method. We'll see in continuation Ostwald method. That is the important method. Okay, here important method preparation. First method is different. Sodium nitrate. This is the sodium nitrate. Sodium nitrate reacts with sodium bisulfate. Okay, heat at 120 degrees centigrade temperature. What happened? This hydrogen, this HNO3 reacts with each other and forms HNO3, nitric acid, and here SO4, here 2 NAs and forms Na2SO4, sodium sulfate. Here we got the nitric acid. How nitric acid prepared? Okay, by the reaction between sodium nitrate and sodium hydrogen sulfate or sodium bisulfate. Sodium bisulfate or sodium hydrogen sulfate. We got here or we will get here nitric acid. Then second process is Ostwald process. Ostwald's process. This is the important for 3 marks. Okay, this is an important question for 3 marks. Okay, here we have the 3 steps. In 3 steps we will prepare the nitric acid by using Ostwald process. Okay, by using this method, okay, we will prepare the nitric acid from ammonia. Take 4 moles of ammonia, reacts with 5 moles of oxygen. 5 moles of oxygen, platinum and rudium catalyst gauge. Okay, catalyst gauge, platinum, rhodium, catalyst gauge, and here 500 Kelvin temperature, 9 bar pressure. 9 bar pressure. Here we get the 4 moles of nitric oxide. 4 moles of nitric oxide. Okay, what happened after that? Okay, here 10 out of 10, 6 moles of water was formed. This is the step 1. What is the step 1? Okay, 4 moles of ammonia. Okay, 4 moles of ammonia. Okay, exposed into oxygen, atmospheric oxygen or reaction with oxygen in presence of platinum, rhodium gauge catalyst, 500 Kelvin temperature, 9 bar pressure. 9 bar pressure. What happened? Here we'll get nitric oxide. Nitric oxide. This nitric oxide reacts with oxygen. Okay, here I am taking 2 moles of nitric oxide, reaction with oxygen. 2 moles of nitric oxide, reaction with oxygen and form 2 moles of nitrogen dioxide. Step 2. What is the step 2? Okay, in step 1, nitric oxide formed na? That nitric oxide reacts with oxygen, forms nitrogen dioxide. Okay, this 2 moles of nitrogen dioxide, okay, involves in hydrolysis. 2 moles of nitrogen dioxide involves in hydrolysis and forms 2 moles of nitric acid. 2 moles of nitric acid. Here we will get the only 68% concentration. Okay, here we have the water na. When we remove the water from this nitric acid by the addition of concentrate sulfuric acid, just add the concentrate sulfuric acid to nitric acid, the water will be removed. And forms 98% concentrated acid. 98% concentrated acid. We'll get 98% concentrated acid. Okay, by the addition of concentrate sulfuric acid to 68% nitric acid. 68% nitric acid. This is about the step 3. What are the steps involved in Ostwald process? What is the use of Ostwald process? Ostwald process. Okay, Ostwald process used for the preparation of nitric acid. Okay, from ammonia. What is that reaction? Okay, step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, what is the first reaction? 4 moles of ammonia, reaction with oxygen. Okay, forms nitric oxide along with the water. This is the step 1. Next, step 2. Okay, 2 moles of nitric oxide reacts with the oxygen. What happened? Okay, brown color nitrogen dioxide was formed. This is the step 2 reaction. Okay, in third, the hydrolysis of nitrogen dioxide forms nitric acid. Okay, what is the concentration here? Only 68% concentration. only here 68% concentration. Okay, the concentration of the nitric acid increased up to 98% by the addition of concentrate sulfuric acid. Okay, this is about the preparation of nitric acid. Okay, in continuation we'll see the chemical physical properties and structure of nitric acid. Thank you.